Good morning, collective. Welcome to the Oracle Guides. I am the Oracle. This is a message for the collective, and we had a snowstorm last night, so I thought it'd be beautiful to bring you guys into this space. There's a lot of windows around me, so literally, you're either going to see snow or water. So today, you get to see snow. We have this first card that jumped out here, and it is the Ten of Wands in reverse. So for me, this is like, all right, we're getting down now to the nitty gritty. We're going in and we're looking at it like, how do I get this out of my mind, off of my chest, and get into a space where I'm more efficiently carrying these burdens? Because if we look at this upside down, it's almost like those really heavy weights are now at the bottom. And then all that's left at the top is just these little sticks, which are more bearable to carry, I would say. Okay. And even if you looked at it like this, it's almost like a TP shape. So it's like this is more stable. So I feel like we're getting into the space of coming into a very practical space, a more stable space. There's animals walking by, is what got me. Then we have the hangman. Okay. And with the hangman card and this 10 of wands for the collective, I'm really feel like I just said, you are really exploring in your mind, how do I get out of this mind space? What are the next practical steps for me to do? That way I can get ahead, or that way I can get moving, or that way I can get unstuck. Then we have the 8 of swords. How can I get unstuck? I'm saying it and then it's like just popping out off here off the top of this deck. How can I get unstuck? I have been stuck here. I had let these fears rule me for a while, but now I want to be unstuck from this. So I really like this because you guys are, the collective is making their way towards their wish fulfillment, that which they desired, that which they're feeling like, all right, this is going to be my aim. This is going to be my goal. This is going to be my destination, so to speak. All right. So, what has been heavy on the heart of, let's clarify here, what has been heavy on the heart of the collective? What has been heavy on the heart of the collective? One more shuffle. All right. 4 of swords and the page of wands. All right. So it's looking like there was a pause in action for a while. So that the non-movement here was kind of like, man, like when are things are gonna finally move? But they are. Now they're in that space with this little page of wands. It's kind of like, maybe there's just a little cherry, maybe it's just a little ember, maybe it's just a little spark, but that's all that's needed to, that spark is all that's needed to turn on a car. That's all that's needed. The pilot light is all that's needed to heat up an entire house, no matter how big the house is. So there is a little spark here. We're coming out of this space of, okay, maybe I took a step back and I wanted to get some healing done. I needed to do some reflection, but now it's like, okay, but what else is there? I paused, I rested, and now I'm getting a little bit of like, now what? Now what else is there? I don't want to be in a perpetual space of healing infinitely. Right. See, we have here the page of coins. And that has been what's on the mind with, and this is clarifying the hangman. That's what's been on your mind. It's like, okay, once I do this work, what is next for me? Okay. And so now you're investing your energy or a resource, so to speak, into love, into some kind of traction. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be job, it could be friendships, because the pages, I mean, the pentacles are a type of resource. They're practical things, they are physical things. So it's just basically, now I know where to place my energy. Now I'm getting clear. I had the desire before, I had the motivation before, but I didn't know how to take the practical steps. But now those practical steps are showing up for me. And they are showing up for you because you wanted a new beginning. You wanted to come out of that Eight of Swords energy where you're stuck and not sure which way to go. Okay. And now you're like, you know what? Nothing's going to change unless I change. I need to make sure that I'm taking some kind of risk here. The risk could be small, the risk could be big, but it's a new beginning here. So you're like really determined. Yeah, you're very determined. You have the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Fool. These are all very initial. These are all very initial. These are all very beginnings. These are all very. There's a little bit of momentum, the inspiration. I'm surprised you don't have the Page of Air here too for study, but I guess you already got off of that because of the Hangman. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so on the Nine of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. How do I balance that life that I want with the life that I'm currently living? I know they don't match quite yet, but I do recognize that it is a possibility now. I can see myself moving in the direction of the things that I really want, of the places I want to go, of the person I want to become. All I can do right now is control the things I can control of, and then recognize the things that are out of my control and just let those things go. Okay. So I feel like we're coming into this state of balance. And in my Golden Girls deck, it's Blanche, and she's happy in this. She has a big smile on her face with these two pentacles. So it's not like it's almost like it's this or that, but in the best way possible. It's this or that, and neither answer is actually wrong. Okay. Then we have time to let go, and then you think someone is lying. Okay. So even if someone is lying in your energy field, maybe someone is not wanting to hire you or not wanting to give you a raise, or maybe it's a lover, or maybe somebody borrowed something from you. Whatever the case is, and you think someone is lying, this card is saying that they are. But now, what I want to offer for a perspective shift on that is, could you be lying to yourself about something? Were you lying to yourself about something? And if you feel like you were lying to yourself about something, it's time to let that go, time to reframe. And if this is someone in your field, and you'll know if this is for you or if it isn't, then is it worth going through all the effort to prove them wrong, to show them up, to be like, ha, you're lying, because they know they're lying? What's what how is those thoughts going to help or feed you? Okay. How are those thoughts going to help or feed you? Let's see what the advice is for the collective. What is the advice for the collective here? Advice for the collective. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Wands upright. And the Moon in reverse, and the Chariot upright. Your head no longer wants to be the main governor of what we're meant to be doing in this moment in time. Your heart wants to be held accountable as well, because if we only lead with the heart, we become naive, we become over empathetic, and this is how we harm ourselves. So there has to be like that blend of logic and heart. But with all these other cards present, I'm feeling kind of like I don't want to fight anymore. All those fears that I had, I just want to move past them. I want to move through them. I want to move around them. These thoughts don't serve me. And I really feel like in order to just get out of that space where it's not practical and it's too painful, is to get too many thoughts and not and too painful, it's time to get practical. All right, with a Chariot, it's like, all right, we already know how this feels. We've already been here before. We already know what our thoughts are. We already know what the perspective is. Okay, and now what? Do I have to just sit here and live with this and ruminate? No, you don't. You can just keep moving forward. You can just keep doing your day to day and maybe try something new. Maybe you need a new schedule. Maybe you need new habits. Maybe you need new experiences. Or maybe you need to take care of what has been just kind of lingering. Okay. So with this chariot, I do see movement forward. I feel like the collective is getting unstuck from something here. Something you'll know what it is, if it's a person, place, or thing. And this feels good. All right. So I hope that this serves you. Cooper is now crying because he is cold, even though he was in front of the heater and he's refusing to sit there because he wants to stare at me and be freezing. Yes. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. I am building this channel, so even if you share it with one person, I would be super grateful. And commenting helps the algorithm show that this is relevant. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I'm the Oracle Guide. See you next time. You want to come up? I mean, I'm about to, let's put you back in the blanket. You don't have to be out of the blanket, bud. You don't. Come on. Don't be silly goose. Come on.